every level of guitar playing. This is going to be a fun one. So have your electric guitar. Okay, we're going to put it into standard tuning here. We're going to be learning Stand By Me with the Otis Redding version. This is such a great version. Lots of really cool grooves here. We're going to be going over both the bass parts that are on here as well as the triads that are in here as well. And there's a really cool little solo section that we'll get into as well. So have your electric guitar in standard tuning. You guys always know I like to ask a question before we get started. So let me know where you are tuning in from and your favorite electric guitar. Dream guitar, maybe you already own it. I want to know. So let me know where you're tuning in from and your favorite electric guitar. So this is Stand By Me, the Otis Redding version. Here we go. It's a really fun song. Again, there's only 4 chords in this song, which is really, really great. So I will start with that. What are the chords that we're dealing with here? Well, we've got a B flat, a G minor, an E flat, and an F7. And then back to the B flat. So for my beginners here, if that seemed like, oof, I'm not quite there yet, don't worry. Those are the 4 chords that we're dealing with. B flat, G minor, okay, E flat, and F7, all right? So let's go ahead and get started at this intro. So the intro and the verse are going to be exactly the same. So again, we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. So let's go ahead and break this up part by part, note by note, section by section, okay? So with this part here, we're going to be going over each of the little things that happen with those 4 chords, all right? So the first part here that's being played over the B flat goes like this. So let's talk about this. So how we're going to do this, and before we really get into it, if we want to have that thuddy sound, right? Like we're mimicking a bass. What I like to do is this. And again, this is something, it's optional, but I like to do this when I play it. This part of your hand right here, all right? We're getting dead in the strings just a little bit. So, see this bridge? Place it right on top, don't press. Just lay it on top. And I want you to just do this with that open E string. That's what we're looking for. Just that thuddiness like that, all right? We don't want to press. We don't want to do that. See how it changes the pitch a little bit. So just lay it on top, and that's it. All right, so now let's go ahead and play the notes. So we're going to start with an F note here, first finger, first fret of the E string. Notice here it's thuddy. It's exactly what we want. Then open A string, or A note. Again, the thuddiness, hear it. And then first finger B flat, first fret of the A string. Let's do that again. Now notice how it sounds different if I don't mute it. See what I mean? Versus. So, up to you. I like the thuddiness. That's what I like to do when I play the song live. Okay? So that's a little riff there, that little bass line. So, for the B flat chord, we're not going to play it like this. We're not going to play it like this. We're going to play the triad version of this. So what this means are these are the tonal centers, right? The 1, 3, 5 of this chord, right? We're only playing those 3 notes. And we're going to play like that. So you're going to get your first finger here, 6th fret of the E string, the high E, all right? That's our B flat. And your first finger is also going to play the 6th fret of that B string, all right? That's going to be your F note, and then your second finger here is going to go in the D note here, 7th fret of the G string. So, just like that. Don't forget to pinch with that first finger and thumb. Just like that. Now, when we strike this triad, we're going to strike it 1 time, okay? We're going to strum it just like that. And what you're going to do is you're going to lightly release, right? You're going to release that grip that you have on the chord. So you press, strike the chord, and just lift the press. Like that. You don't want to do this. It's going to sound too messy. Press, and then lift. Okay? So now let's include that with the riff. One more time. Cool stuff, right? So that's what's happening there with the B flat. So now that is going to be repeated twice. Now we go to the G minor. The G minor riff and triad sound like this. Okay? We're going to want to include all those notes there. So how we're going to do it is like this. You're going to play the B flat here, first fret, that A string. Now lift. We're playing the A note. And again, we're still muting here with our strumming hand. Then strike the G note here, third fret, that E string. So it'll sound like this. Okay, I like to grab that with my second finger. Like that, okay? And again, don't forget to mute. It sounds pretty cool. Now, to play the G minor triad, what we're going to do is we're going to only use one finger. This is great, right? One finger across the third fret of the E string, B string, and G string. What are those notes from the E string up? Okay, we've got G. That's our 1. Okay, we have D here. That's our 5. And we have our B flat. It's our flat 3. It's what makes this a minor chord. Like that. And I like to upstroke it. Like that. So, putting these two parts together, it's going to sound like this. And again, same idea. We strike the chord, we're pressing it, right? Because we want to hear the notes. And then you're going to release, okay? Just release the pressure of the chord. But we don't want to fling the hand away. Just like that, okay? So, let's go ahead and do that G minor line again. A little faster. Now let's combine it with B flat. Let's do B flat twice, G minor once. Here we go. Here we're coming together. Pretty great. So we're still going to do G minor again, but this time we're changing the bass line ever so slightly. We're now going to play it on the D string. So how we're going to do this is this way. Higher up in the register. So what we're going to do here is on the D string, open D string, D, to F, third fret of the D string, and then to G here at the fifth fret of the D string. So that's our new bass line. And with this, I like to just strike all those notes, all downward strokes, just like that. And your first finger is already ready to go at the third fret of the E, B, and G string. And then strike up, just like that. Okay? So let's do all 4 of those sections. Here we go. Let's do that again. Just like that. So that's what's happening there. Now, the next chord is going to be an E flat. And here's the bass line and the triad chord that accompany it. It's going to look like this. Pretty cool, right? So we're going to do here, the bass line first. And again, we're still muting with this part of our hand right here, right by that bridge. So get your third finger here, 5th fret of the D string. It's going to be your G note. Back a whole step to F, 3rd fret, D string. Back yet another whole step. 1st fret of the D string, there's your E flat. Just like that. Really nice little riff there. Then we get to the E flat triad. So, guess what? If we know a D chord, right? Just like that, 1st finger, 2nd fret of the G string, second finger, second fret of the E string, and third finger, third fret of the B string. That's a D chord, right? That's not the chord we need here. We need an E flat. We know that D and E flat are half step apart, so check it out. Get the shape. Bring it up a half step. So now, obviously, the notes change and the chord changes too. So with E flat, the 1, 3, and 5, E flat, G, and B flat. They should all be here. Let's find them. Your third finger is here on the 4th fret of the B string. That's your E flat. Your first finger here is on the 3rd fret of the G string. That's your B flat, and check it out. Second finger, 3rd fret of the E string. There's G. Check all 3 of those notes off the list. There we go. There's your E flat chord. Really cool way to play it. It's just like that. So we've got the bass line leading into the E flat chord. Now, sometimes I'll hybrid pick it, sometimes you can upstroke. So I'm sure you guys will see I can go back and forth with using hybrid picking or striking upward. They both sound cool, so I'll leave that up to you. All right, so let's go ahead and do that again from B flat to G minor to E flat. Here we go, from the top. There it is. Let's do that again. Let's do it a little faster. There it is. Now we're going to do here is go to the F7 chord. All right? How we're going to do that is like this, and this is the final part of our intro and our verse. Okay, so let's talk about how to do that. Nice walk up here. So we're going from the E flat, 1st fret of the D string, to the E, 2nd fret of the D string, to F, 3rd fret of the D string. Now muted, right? That's our strumming hand here. Just like that. First finger, second finger, third finger, E flat, E, F. Okay, just like that. So we're going to do here, so we're going to do an F7 triad without the root. So check it out. Here are the notes we're going to do. First finger, placing that 4th fret of the B string, that's your E flat, so that'll be your flat 7, okay? Your second finger here is going to go on C, all right? So that's our 5. And then you've got your A here with your 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the E string, that's your 3rd. So notice, check it out, it's an F7 triad without the root because we are leading up to it. See how the F is there? The bass line does that, and the guitar player plays this. And then there's the F note. Pretty cool, isn't it? So if you wanted to play the full chord with the F, you could do that, right? Include that F. The guitar player chooses to just do this. And let the bass player fill in that F note. Again, something very cool I noticed when I was listening back. I thought it was really great. So let's go ahead and go through the whole part. And guess what? This is intro as well as verse. So here we go, from the top. Back to our B flat. Let's do that again. B flat. G minor. E flat. F7. B flat. Just like that. Pretty cool, right? So that's what's happening there. Intro and verse, done. So let's go ahead and look at the chorus. So guess what? Same exact chords. So I will leave this up to you. What you could do is just play the chords as bar chords if you wanted. B flat to G minor. E flat to your F7 to B flat. You could play them as bar chords. However, really cool groove here. What they're choosing to do is play like this. So, and using the triads. And those hits come on the 2 and of 3. So if I were to count that, and we'll just do it over the B flat, we'll look at the rest of the chords in a moment. Check it out. So it sounds like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So those are where the hits are, and that happens with all the chords. G minor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Pretty neat, isn't it? So let's talk about those again. So what we have here, again, the B flat triad. Notice the sound of this. It's really, really great. It really punches through. Very different from a bar chord. If we were to play these as a bar chord, see how it's a little thicker. And I'm hitting it at the same time on the 2 and of 3. As punchy. Could you do this? Yes. Would it sound good? Yes. And again, I like to give you options when I can. The bar chords sound cool, but if you want it to be nice and punchy and cutting through, say we're a second guitar player, playing in a band, these sorts of triads, they work really, really well. So it's on the 2 and 3. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'll count it through again. I'll count it a little slower this time. And again, we've got here the B flat, 6th fret of the E string, B string, and we're pinching through, right? Our thumb pinching through the back of the neck here, 2nd finger, 7th fret of that G string, which is our D note there. Okay? So just like that. So, and these are upward strokes. Just like that. Now, we're also doing here, notice how I'm deadening it here. I'm using this part of my hand. Yet again, we're playing this. All right, we're striking up. Notice how I'm bringing the hand back down. I'm not pressing very hard. I'm just bringing it down to mute the strings, to deaden the notes. Okay, I'm not doing this. Nice and light. Just like that. Up, stroke, pressing down with that part of the hand to mute. All right, let's go through that there. B flat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, we're going to do the same technique here with the G minor. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Pressing through with my chord, upward stroke with the strumming hand here, nice light touch to deaden the strings with this part of our strumming hand, okay? Without the commentary. Upward strokes, do that again. Okay, then from here, pretty easy to get to E flat, right? All we're going to do here, getting that 1st finger, right? That's across the 3rd fret. Now bringing that 1st finger, only playing the 3rd fret of that G string, and then completing the chord here, 2nd finger, 3rd fret of the E string, that's our G note. And then we've got our 3rd finger here on the E flat, 4th fret of that B string, same strumming, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, happens twice. So those 2 times, okay? And then we get to our F7, and same thing, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, so let's go ahead and do the whole thing nice and slow here without the commentary. Here we go, B flat. G minor, E flat, to F7, to B flat. Let's do that again. So that's what's happening in our chorus. Again, really great song. 4 chords, super awesome. Again, if you're enjoying these lessons, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It helps the cause. Click the like button. It helps the algorithm. And if you want to check out all the cool stuff Fishman is up to, including these super fantastic Fluence Strat style pickups, I love them. They're great. You can check out the link in the video description to learn more. It's good stuff. Good stuff. So happy to be here week after week, you guys. It's so much fun. So that's what's happening there in the chorus. So now we have the guitar lick. We hear this going into verse 2, which is really cool, really tasty melodic riff. I love really, really melodic guitar riffs, and this is absolutely one of them. So I'm going to play through it a little bit slowly here, but you'll hear it going into verse 2. So it sounds like this. Again, really tasty, plays along to the chorus, is really great. So let's go ahead and look at the first part. So what we're going to do here, we're going to get our first finger across the 6th fret of the B string and G string. So that's going to be our B flat and our F. And you're going to play them together because they sound so wonderful together. Okay, so just like that. Now we're going to bring this shape now to the 8th fret of that E string and B string. I like to play with my 3rd and 4th finger. My hand feels a little bit more balanced when I do it that way. And again, just strumming downwards here. And then you're going to bring that up yet again to the 10th fret of the E string and the B string. So what are those notes? We have D and we have A. Okay, so. And you're going to bring that right back, 8th fret to 6th fret. So let's do this a few times, nice and slowly here. Okay, nice little riff. Let's do that again. Now, riff number 2 goes like that. So we're going to do here, we're going to hammer on from the 3rd fret of that D string, that's our F note, to G at the 5th fret. Drop the 1st finger, 3rd fret of the G string, B flat, sliding it back to A, 2nd fret, resolving the riff on G, 5th fret of the D string. Let's go ahead and do that again nice and slowly here without the commentary. One more time for good luck, why not? Okay. Now the next riff goes like this. Really tasty, really melodic. So we're going to do here, so we're going to start at the 5th fret of that A string, it's our D note. Pulling off to the 3rd fret of the A string, that's our C. Bringing it back to the D note there, 5th fret. Drop the 1st finger, 3rd fret D string, F note. And then grabbing with either your 1st or 2nd finger, G note, 3rd fret of that E string. So that riff sounds like this. Play through that a couple times and we'll combine it with what we have. combine with parts 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. One more time. Okay, we've got 2 sections to go, so here is the next section, part 4. See, so like that, let's do that again. So this one here, we're going to get our first finger here, back to that C note, 3rd fret of the A string. We're going to hammer on there. You could slide if you want. Okay, to that D note, 5th fret of the A string. Back to the 3rd fret of the D string, which is F. And what we're going to do there, we're at F, sliding up to G, 5th fret of the D string, back to F, 3rd fret, back a whole step, 1st fret of the D string, E flat. So that'll sound like this. If we're doing hammer-ons, if we want to slide, again, give it a little bit of a different flavor. We could do that too. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Or with hammer-ons. I'll leave it up to you. Okay, so let's go ahead, combine that. So now the final part we're going to do here, 2nd finger, 2nd fret of that B string. That's our C sharp. Okay. And then we're going to bring it up here to the 4th fret. Okay, that E flat there. And we're going to slide it up again to F, 6th fret of the B string. Again, 4th fret, 6th fret. And then we go right to our B flat. 2 strokes, just like that. Let's go through the whole thing. Like that. Okay, so let's go ahead, do that one more time. So that's the tune. So what I do want to mention is on the 2nd pass, they do a little variation only on the top, so it would sound like this. And that, the only difference there. 6th fret, hammering onto the 8th fret, back to the 6th. And after that, everything is the same as it was in the first pass. Just like that. Again, really, really fun one. As always, wishing you the most success on your musical journey. I hope you have a lot of fun with this one. This is a great song. Again, everyone take care. Have a